Hello, welcome to 8 Worlds News. My name's John, and this is Super Fast Reviews, where I talk really fast so you can spend less time watching a review and more time playing the game you just bought based on this review. Unless the game's bad. Don't buy the game if it's bad. Anyway, let's begin. The Legend of Zelda The Wind Waker HD is, as the name might suggest, an HD remake of the GameCube game of the same name. Why did Nintendo go with Wind Waker, you ask? Well, to start with, it looks really pretty. And secondly, it's widely held as one of the best Zelda games, and yet for a Zelda game, not many people have played it, simply because the GameCube didn't sell very well. Now, granted, the Wii U isn't selling very well either, but I digress. Normally I wouldn't worry about spoiling the story of a decade-old game, but just in case you didn't play this on the GameCube, I'll be careful. The game opens with a recounting of the events of Ocarina of Time, describing the hero's defeat of Ganon. It goes on to tell of Ganon's escape from the Sage's Seal and conquering of Hyrule. Many years later, Hyrule as we know it no longer exists, and people now live on islands spotted across a grand ocean. Link is born onto an island where children are given green tunics, in remembrance of the hero of time. As soon as he puts that puppy on, his sister is kidnapped by a big bird thing, and Link joins up with some conveniently located pirates to go save her. This game transfers to HD with flying colors. No, I mean, seriously, look at the colors. The added color depth of an HD console makes the Wind Waker come to life. A brand new lighting engine adds dynamic real-time shadows across characters and environments, and an increased draw distance makes the world look even bigger. In short, HD graphics make that big blue wet thing look bigger, bluer, and wetter. Sound is a bit of a mixed bag with Wind Waker HD. The original game had some of the best Zelda music ever heard, and Link's endless screams were as endless as ever. Wind Waker HD rearranges a few songs in minor ways, but overall the game sounds exactly the same. This isn't to say it sounds bad, it just sounds like it's 2 generations old. It would have been nice to see a full remastering of the score, similar to what was done with Star Fox 64 on the 3DS, but that's a very minor complaint considering the game sounded good to begin with. Wind Waker HD maintains the great controls of the original Wind Waker while improving on several elements. As showcased when the Wii U was first unveiled, Link's inventory and maps are now located on a touchscreen, and can be set to equipment slots using a simple drag-and-drop interface. This completely removes the need for pausing, which speeds up the pacing of the game significantly. Several other changes were made to speed up the game. After playing a song on the Wind Waker, the song is no longer repeated back to you. This becomes very handy in later dungeons in which you play a whole lot of music. Perhaps the most welcome change is the shortening of the Triforce Hunt, but I won't say more about that as not to ruin the story. And finally, a change that quite literally speeds up your quest is the addition of the Quick Sale. Link can obtain this item from an auction on one of the main islands of the game, and use it to move across the ocean twice as fast as he normally would. It also automatically aligns the wind to whichever direction the boat is currently moving. Okay, here's the deal. The Legend of Zelda The Wind Waker HD is easily in my top 3 Zelda games of all time, and it's easily a perfect 10. Even with some pacing issues, I never had any issues pushing through to see where the game would take me next. Wind Waker HD is only an improvement. The game plays and looks better than it ever did on the GameCube, and this is the perfect way to experience a perfect game. Wind Waker HD is an easy 10 out of 10. Go buy it, you idiot. Seriously, who watches a review for a Zelda game? Here's a spoiler for you. They're good.
Yeah.